Okay, everyone's back.
Yes, we are good to go.
Okay. And I've got Brianne on a phone and a video, two different hookups. Okay, and
It's me on the phone too.
well, there you are. Okay, I got you. Now, are we zooming now?
Yes, you're good to go.
Okay, I'll call this meeting to order. And first order of business, can I have a motion to adopt the agenda? Yeah, did you want to make an amendment to the agenda, Tracy?
I do want to make an we're missing one of our reports today. I would like to add the tourism memo to the agenda today, please.
And do I have a seconder for that? Seconded by Kathleen. I think this, I can't remember for sure, but I think it requires unanimous consent. Is everyone in favor of adding a motion? And having seen that, that motion's passed. Can I have a motion to adopt the agenda as amended? Moved by Steve Lane, seconded by Tracy Richardson. All those in favor? That motion's carried. Okay, and can I have a motion to adopt the minutes of the March 19th ORV Task Force meeting? And moved by Jason, seconded by Kathleen. All those in favor? And that motion's carried. Okay. Okay, so the first report we have is a review of the use of ORVs on city roads from Public Works. That generated a couple of concerns. Mainly, the biggest concern that I've got noted was that the fact that side-by-sides are not currently permitted on the entire VRT trail. And the recommendations would need to be amended to remove them from the or to modify the recommendations. Now, do we want to do that now, or do we want to do it at the end of the session when we have our other modifications?
I think it would be best to do them all at the end, because there's a couple of things that are, because some are repeated through these reports, right?
Okay, no, that's good. Then can I have a motion to receive the Public Works report on the use of ORVs on city roads? Moved by Carolyn, seconded by Dawn. All those in favor? And that motion's carried. Can I have a motion to receive the OPP report on the use of ORVs in the city? Moved by Kathleen, seconded by Steve Lane. All those in favor? And that at any time as we're receiving these reports, if there's something that you want to highlight, please let me know, and we'll draw it to the attention of the YouTube meeting. The next report is the Halliburton Kawartha Pine Ridge Health Unit report on the use of ORVs on city roads. Can I have a motion to receive that? Moved by Steve Lane, seconded by Jason. Any comments? All those in favor? And that motion's carried. Okay. A motion to receive the report from Kawartha Lake Police Services on the use of ORVs on city roads. Motion to receive. Moved by Don, seconded by Steve Lane. All those in favor? And that motion's carried. Okay, next report is the community service report on the use of ORVs on city roads. And can I have a motion to receive that report? Seconded by, or moved by Tracy Richardson, Councilor Richardson, seconded by Don Mitchell. All those in favor? And that motion's carried. Next one is the memo from municipal law enforcement on the use of ORVs on city roads. Can I have a motion to receive that report? Moved by Don Mitchell, seconded by Councillor Kathleen Seymour Fagan. All those in favor? And that motion's carried. Was that municipal law enforcement I just did?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So next one on the list is the report from Insurance Risk Management Report on the use of ORVs on city roads. Can I have a motion to receive that report? Moved by Councillor Richardson, seconded by Carolyn Richards. Any comments? All those in favor? And that motion's carried. And then we have a list of correspondence received from the community. And it's a list, and everyone's had an opportunity to see those. They're all part of the public record now. If anybody, can I have a motion to receive that report? And that motion's carried. All right, hold on, there we go. Moved by Councillor Richardson, seconded by Councillor Seymour Fagan. All those in favor? And that motion's carried. Did I get them all, Brianne?
The tourism now, as amended.
Okay, and we have a report on tourism. Now there are some highlights there. This is a new report that people haven't had a chance prior to read. First, I'll take a report to receive it, and then I'll ask either Councillor Seymour Fagan or Councillor Richardson to comment on it. So can I have a motion to receive? Moved by Don Mitchell, seconded by Councillor Richardson. All right, now would one of you councillors like to comment on the report?
Tracy, do you want to take that? Because I'm just pulling it up.
I am too.
Yeah.
Well, I think basically, like you said, it's a component in favor of this pilot project to create some economic benefits to some of our downtowns throughout the city of Kawartha Lakes. I think there's some other components on there. Maybe Kathleen, if you're pulling it up.
I can't find it. Maybe, can you please send it to us, Brianne? So we can all see this? So it's handy?
Yep, I'll take a look for it.
Thanks. Yeah, because I
guess it was such, we'll apologize to the viewers too. We just remembered just before and thought we better add it on. So we weren't really doing our homework pulling it up. So I apologize for that right now.
I have it up if you want me to read it, or I can forward it to you.
either or.
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
I'll read it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and read it. So, hi, Kathleen. Thank you for the opportunity. Sorry, this is from Lori McCarthy in the tourism department. Hi, Kathleen. Thank you for the opportunity to comment on the economic impact of ATVs and off-road vehicle tourism in Kawartha Lakes. Tourism is one of the top economic drivers in Kawartha Lakes. The natural assets that exist, including our waterways, conservation areas, and trail systems, are identified as the strongest assets for driving tourism in the region. ATV and off-road vehicle tourism is an increasingly popular tourist activity throughout Ontario and has the potential to increase visitor spending in our local communities. Connected trail systems that allow these visitors to safely visit the downtowns and nearby businesses is essential in generating economic impact from the ATV and off-road vehicle tourist market. The 2020 Kawartha Lakes Strategic Plan identifies the goal to enhance tourism under the priority of a vibrant and growing economy. The economic development strategy recognizes the objectives to develop operator experiences to boost tourism traffic, develop a guided touring sector, and expand visitation into the shoulder seasons and winter. Development within the ATV and off-road vehicle tourist market aligns well with these objectives, particularly the opportunity to increase visitation and spending during the shoulder seasons. Lori McCarthy.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So, yeah, we have discussed, because tourism is, if I think agriculture is number one, tourism is number two in this area as an economic driver. And what we've seen in Kinmount, because I'm also the councillor of Kinmount, it has helped the businesses there. People have been able to go in on the shoulder season, specifically when we are quiet. Same with Fenland Falls. All the businesses are able to provide the same services they do in the summertime, a little bit longer through the fall because they have a different customer coming in at that point. Same with the springtime. So, you know, I think the letter from Lori, it just outlines, you know, how the impact that tourism or ATVs and ORVs can have on the area. And it is a priority, our tourism, especially since we've just heard that the houseboats, one of the big houseboat companies, will not be able to have the houseboats in the locks or actually rent it all. And I think that hopefully it won't be the only, or hopefully it will be the only houseboat company, because this is a big impact to our towns, not having the houseboats here. So, you know, we have to look at different areas where we can still maintain our tourism.
Okay. The next item on the list is the survey is complete for all those that participated. There was over 2,000. Sorry, go ahead, Carolyn.
Sorry, we're missing one more that Kathleen had brought up, the second piece of the OPP report. We were going to add that to the correspondence. Do you want me to go ahead and read it? And
yeah, if you can read that in, and then I'll take a motion to receive that second piece of the report. Yes.
Okay, so it's from Robert Flindell, Staff Sergeant at City of Kawartha Lakes OPP. Good morning, Kathleen. I've reviewed all ORV collisions occurring on City of Kawartha Lakes roadways from 2016 to 2020. This has resulted in 23 personal injury collisions in which 28 people were injured and required medical attention. There have been no ORV fatalities on City of Kawartha Lakes roadways during this time period. All fatalities have occurred on private property.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you. The survey is complete, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank everybody that completed the survey. We had over 2,000 responses, which is the largest number of responses we've ever had for any survey the city's ever done, and it bodes well for the future because it allows the public to become involved. The survey was completed, ended at 9 o'clock this morning. The results are yet to be analyzed, and the Director of Public Works, who will be presenting the report to Council, has asked to delay any results that we do have until such time as he has an opportunity to prepare his report for Council. So we're not going to release the survey results at this time. And then when the director is ready to release them, he'll put it in his report and he'll release them for everybody to see. As a result of the correspondence we received, the task force has made a decision to change some of their recommendations. Now, Brianne, are you capable of putting that up on a shared screen? Okay. What I was, well, okay.
Sorry, Councillor Dunn, I'm still frozen. I can't move beyond my email.
All right. I've got most of them committed to memory.
I did email it to you. I was able to get in. I did email it to you. So hopefully you can find that. But I'm frozen again. Sorry.
No apologies. We're having some technical issues this morning. That's okay.
Well, it's Monday morning. Okay, and I haven't got it yet. Once it comes in, I'll share the actual wording. So as a result of the public, or as a result of the feedback we've received from other organizations, I think I'll just start at the top of the list, and then we'll deal with our recommendation changes. The first one was from the Director of Public Works. Based on his feedback, we've come to the conclusion that probably the name ORV, as far as our recommendations goes forward, is confusing, because that title includes a whole series of different off-road vehicles. So that, and we're only going to be dealing with ATVs and side-by-sides as described in our current bylaw. So that for the purpose of our recommendations, our recommendations are for side-by-sides and ATVs. So that's the first change we've made. It'll take any question at all of anything else out of the equation. So can I have a motion to make that change to our recommendations? Moved by Tracy Richardson, seconded by Kathleen Seymour Fagan. Any discussion on that? All those in favor? And that motion's carried. The second question that was brought up is that during the report, or when the reports came in, it was discovered that on portions of our trail, side-by-sides are not currently permitted, whereas I was certainly of the understanding that they were permitted on all our trails. It was a pilot program, and side-by-sides are currently only permitted on the as far as the VTR goes, they're only permitted north of the baseline road. So we've modified our recommendations to, and Carolyn, did you have that handy, or did you want me to just sort of try to remember what it was?
Pigeon Lake Road, County Road 17, and going north from there, and then Highway 7A and south from Bethany at this time.
Okay, so at this time, the recommendation will read that side-by-sides are only permitted on municipal roads south of Highway 7 and east and north of Pigeon Lake Road. Is that where we came up with?
Yes.
Okay. Well, here we go. We got it. Okay, so I've got the recommendations in front of us, and they're now on the screen. So the general recommendations up are to open up all roads. Okay, so that, and that recommendation that side-by-sides be permitted if and when the VTR modifies their access to the VTR. Does everyone understand the question, the motion?
Yes.
All right, can I have I've just gone to screen share, so I can't see everybody now. So that was moved, there we go. That was moved by Carolyn Richards. Can I have a seconder? Okay, seconded by Jason. So basically what we're doing is, and I'm going to use the town of Lindsay as an example, just for the listening audience. When the trail opens up to side-by-sides, the remainder of the trail, if it opens up to side-by-sides on the remainder of the trail, then we're recommending that they be permitted. But in the meantime, They're not permitted. The only place they will be permitted will be south of Highway 7 and east and north of Pigeon Lake Road. And we'll deal with that, or council can deal with that at some later date as the issue is resolved during the trail master plan review and other things coming to council. All those in favor? And that motion's carried. The next question that was brought up, and it's not recommending any changes, but we had a serious discussion, quite a discussion on times of use. Right now, our times of use coincide with the times of use permitted on the Victoria Rail Trail, and some of the items that were brought up was to do a dawn to dusk to change the hours. The task force recommendations are that they remain the same. They're in as I said, they coincide with the use of the trail, and that is our current recommendation, and we elected to leave it there. The next question that came up was blanket prohibitions, and the recommendations in the town of Lindsay be modified, that there is a total prohibition on the use of ATVs or side-by-sides when they become permissible on Kent Street, and a total prohibition of uses of ATVs and side-by-sides on Angeline Street from Roosevelt north to Colburn Street. Can I have a mover and a seconder on that? Moved by Jason, seconded by Don. Do we have any discussion on that?
Pat, there'll be also a future discussion when it comes to looking at certain roads that are deemed safe through the city lens as well, right?
Yep. Okay. And we'll get this one done. Then I'll go to you on that issue. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So all in favor of that prohibition on Kent Street and Angeline Street? And that motion's carried. Okay. Go ahead, Tracy.
No, I was just saying that we need to have just to update people, especially those that are listening, that we do recognize that we will have to do some homework when it comes to looking at roads that are deemed safe, and that should not be included in this pilot project. Okay.
All right. So that's duly noted. Other questions that were brought up in both the correspondence and through recommendations from the reports are deemed by this task force to be a decision that council has to make. So there's not an argument from the task force one way or the other in some of the cases, but the recommendation should go forward the way they're written, and that they'll be highlighted during the report to council, and then council will make a decision as to what they want to do, because everything ultimately is a council decision. Anything else? Yeah, okay, everything. Just for the viewers' knowledge, we had a discussion about how we're going to continue to communicate. We find that the jump-in site, as people are getting used to it, is going to become our preferred avenue of communication, because it enables us to share everything with everybody. It's a good mechanism for tracking, and it's really worked well through this process. So that's going to become our preferred method. It's established, and that will become the method of further communication. And I would, number one, I would say that the next meeting will be at the call of the chair. And thank you, everybody, for all the work you've done so far and the work you're going to do in the future. And can I have a motion to adjourn? Moved by Don Mitchell, seconded by Jason. All those in favor? Okay, and that motion is carried. Thank you, guys. That was a good meeting. And we got through everything, and all the reports now are public reports, and anybody that wants to go into our site and read the reports and comment, they're more than welcome to do so. Thank you, Brianne, for all your work. And you've got another meeting at 11:30, don't you?
Yes, thanks, everyone.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.